Good afternoon. My name is John Scholl. I'm the superintendent of Chino Valley Schools, the proud superintendent, I should say. Thank you for coming out on this beautiful day. I'm so excited that we were able to come together to celebrate the completion of this project. These 10 teacher housing units are the product of over a decade of advocating and planning. A report came out this week from the Arizona Personnel Association, or School Personnel Association, that stated that almost 30% of teacher vacancies across the state remain unfilled. And of the 50% that were filled, they're by teachers who do not meet the state's standard certification requirements. These teacher housing units will not solve the state's teacher shortage. These are a teacher recruitment and retention tool. What these homes will do for us is to keep our current teachers and allow us to compete in a tight labor market for the best teachers who might otherwise overlook Chino Valley schools because of a lack of available workforce housing. There's a lot of people that went into building this project, and so I want to make sure that I share and thank them for making this project a reality. First, our governing board for their unending support. This is something that I've been talking about for a long time, and the governing board has been very much behind me. We have President Cindy Thomas, who's going to speak in a little bit, Vice President Annie Mortensen, and members Peter Atona, Mike Fogel, and Marcia Hilborn. From our staff, I want to thank John Livingston, our Director of Business Services, Heidi Wolf, our HR Director, and Chris Sheriff, our Facilities Director. John is responsible for making sure we're able to afford the project. Heidi is overseeing the operation of the housing units. She's going to be the landlord. And then Chris was our go-to person in planning and monitoring the construction. Thanks need to go out to our contractors, the Pronghorn Group, Robin, Ben, and Travis is going to address us in a little bit. A third of this project, of the $1.5 million, came from a grant, and that was administered by the Yavapai and Coconino County Education Service Agencies. So I want to thank the superintendents, Tim Carter, the Yavapai County School Superintendent, and Cheryl Mango Paget, the Coconino County School Superintendent. Working with the Education Service Agencies was the Teacherage Grant Application Evaluation Team. They're the ones that ultimately awarded us the $500,000. Mike Elligood from the committee, from the team, will talk in a little bit. But I also want to thank Chair Tom Thurman, Travis Barr, Dusty Roten, Tim Carter, and Cheryl Mango Paget. The town of Chino Valley and the Yavapai County, their development services staffs worked with us to make sure that the project met the necessary requirements while providing the flexibility and guidance when needed. Lastly, I want to thank you goes out to the Willow Hills Baptist Church, represented today by Dr. Andy Barr, who is providing welcome baskets for the new residents, and he's got an example over there. In that bucket is our welcome basket for each of our residents will get one when they move in, which includes towels and kind of the little things you might need to move into a house. These homes turned out better than I could have ever imagined, even 6 months ago when construction started. And I'm hoping that this project can be an example that other school districts to follow. Next, I'm going to ask Cindy Thomas to come up for a few words. She is the president of our governing board.
Colleagues, educators, community members, and friends, what an honor it is to say a few words on this momentous occasion. This teacherage has been a vision and goal of not only Mr. Scholl and the entire Unified School District, but also for me. In September of 2022, as I was seeking re-election, I was interviewed by the Daily Courier. In a series of questions asked, one was, what are your top 3 goals if re-elected? One of my answers was to seek out solutions for affordable teacher housing so that we can recruit and retain top quality teachers in addition to those that we already have. And here we are today celebrating that achievement. Thank you all for joining us today as we continue on in this new adventure. Thank you.
Next, I'd like to introduce Travis Hess, who's the COO of the Pronghorn Group, who is the contractor that built these buildings for us.
I couldn't memorize this, so I'm just gonna have to read it off the paper. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you, John, for introducing us. Thank you, everyone, for showing up. My name is Travis Hess. Like John said, I'm the COO of the Pronghorn Group. Today, as we gather for this ribbon cutting ceremony, we are overwhelmed with the gratitude for the remarkable collaboration that brought us all here today. On behalf of the Pronghorn Group team, I extend our heartfelt thanks to the CVUSD leadership, the town of Chino Valley, our dedicated subcontractors, some of which are here today, and our reliable suppliers for their pivotal roles in making this project a reality. This project represents more than just bricks and mortar. It symbolizes the collective dedication to innovation and adaptability. The concept of teacherages, while not new, has resurfaced in response to the challenges posed by inflation and rising costs across various sectors, whilst incomes do not come close to keeping up. It was essential for the Pronghorn Group and our exceptional network of partners to think outside the box, pushing the boundaries of our traditional roles to deliver a solution that not only meets the needs of our end users, but also stays within the budget set forth. Our journey, like John said, began in May when we broke ground on this endeavor. It looked like a lot of what you see around here. We can probably say that we've accomplished the work to date in a short timeline. While not everyone could be present with us today, please understand that the team before you, as well as those who couldn't make it, are the driving force behind the success we celebrate at this CVUSD teacherage. The Pronghorn Group is committed to carrying forward this innovative approach, working with more school districts and communities to create spaces that foster sustainable growth and retainability of our workforces. This project exemplifies what can be achieved when we come together, transcend our traditional scopes of work, and focus on a common goal of providing valuable solutions. I want to thank you all for your unwavering dedication and hard work. Together, we have not only built a teacherage, but also strengthened our community and education system. We at the Pronghorn Group are looking towards the future and many more successful projects and collaborations to meet the needs of our community and beyond. So thank you very much.
Next, I'd like to introduce Mike Elligood. Mike was a member of the Teacherage Grant Evaluation Team.
Thank you, John. And on behalf of Tim Carter and Tom Thurman, I'd like to say thanks for getting the job done. By way of background, I'm a civil engineer, and I've built projects for 60 years, major public projects. And when Mr. Carter called me into his office and said, "Mike, we're going to build teacherages all over Yavapai County and Coconino County, and we're going to get them done and occupied by the end of September," I thought to myself, what is in your coffee this morning, Mr. Carter? There is no way we're going to get this done in time. Now, you have to understand the scenario. This is federal money administered by the state Department of Education, okay? School districts need to be involved and on board. Their local, if not planning and zoning, at least building safety people have to review plans. We have to go through government procurement in order to bring somebody on board. There are a whole lot of planets that have to get in alignment and stay there to make this happen. And like I said, I don't think I've ever delivered a project or been involved in a project that was delivered this quickly and this effectively. So kudos to all that made it happen, including your board, your administration, Pronghorn Group, and all we did was give money. So that was the easy part. So thank you very much. Let me also add, we have a number of teacherages throughout the state, throughout not just Yavapai and Coconino counties, but as far away as Fort Thomas and the southeastern corner of the state, up north along the northern boundary with Utah, and all over the state. One has gotten done so far, right here. Right here. So that speaks well of a whole bunch of things, including your own administration here to make this happen. So thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of your day.
1, 2, 3.
There we go.